Let's talk about division, Unit 4, Day 4. First of all, like with multiplication, whenever you see a square root, like 9 over square root of 3, you can think of it as one big square root. This is a very helpful property. This will help us simplify a lot of stuff. Now, 9 divided by 3 underneath the square root is 3, and that is simplified. So, let's take a look at another example that we might come across where we have a number on the outside like 4, then a square root of 3, and then it's all over the square root of 27. I'm going to use the idea that that is 4 times a giant square root, 3 over 27. I'm going to simplify inside the square root if I can. Each of these has a common factor of 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Now, I might want to think of this as the square root of 1 over the square root of 9. Why? Because the square root of 1 is 1. 4 times 1 makes 4. And the square root of 9 is 3. And I'm done. So those are two ways to simplify. What if we've got a cube root? For example, the cube root of 6 over the cube root of 16. Again, I would use the idea that I can make this one giant cube root and then simplify if I can underneath. I notice that because they're both even, they both have 2 in them. So I'll divide 2 out of the top, which makes that 3. I'll divide 2 out of the bottom, which makes that 8. Now these are cube roots, so I'm going to take a look at this separately again. Cube root of 3 on top, the cube root of 8 on the bottom. By now you've been doing cube roots enough that I think you know that 8 equals 2 times 2 times 2. So I can write this as the cube root of 3 over 2. Remember that the cube root of 8 is 2. My final example, example number 4. What if I've got a fraction like 12 square roots of 20 over 3 square roots of 4. I would simplify the outer numbers first. 12 divided by 3 makes 4. And then I would take a look at the square root of 20, the square root of 4. Again, I would make that one big fraction so that I can simplify. 20 divided by 4 actually is 5. So, the outer number 4 stays the same. 20 divided by 4 all into the square root sign makes the square root of 5, and I should be finished. That concludes the lesson for the day. A shout out to Arthur and Catherine, and nice job on the quiz, Shane.